I love it. Yes, it hits. Hey you all, it's Shelly Wellness here. Welcome back to the Mindful Plate. And today we are going to be making saltfish, but not just regular saltfish. We're not going to be using the cod from Norway. Instead, we are going to be making a vegan version of saltfish. If you grew up in this Caribbean staple, you know how much we love our saltfish. But if you are switching to a vegan diet or a plant-based diet and you're looking for ways to still enjoy this incredible breakfast, I got you. We're going to be making vegan saltfish using hearts of palm. And we're going to add some other stuff to get all the flavor. Let's get into the recipe. Hey, I'm your host, Shelly Wellness. I'm on this journey to elevate our consciousness around food, and I invite you to join me. On this channel, I'll share recipes created with mindfulness, rooted in wellness. Welcome to the Mindful Plate. So to start, we're going to start by prepping our veggies, all right? So we're going to be adding some peppers. I have green, red, and orange. It doesn't really matter what type of peppers you use. It's all about flavor. Remember, when it comes to pepper flavor, the red, the orange is going to be a lot sweeter. Your yellow and your green will be a lot milder. So just consider what flavors you want when you're making your saltfish. And I'm also going to add some heat to this. So I have Scotch bonnet. I tend to get my Scotch bonnet fresh, but sometimes I have so much and I can't use it. So I'll just freeze them. They still maintain their heat. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this orange one. I'm going to use this orange one for heat. Also, something to remember, when it comes to the heat level of this saltfish dish, you get to control that. So if you don't want any heat at all, then don't put any Scotch bonnet in it, but we do want a little bit of heat. So when you are cutting your Scotch bonnet, if you want maximum heat, put in all the seeds. But if you don't want, make sure you deseed your Scotch bonnet. So now I'm gonna add some onion. I'm gonna add some garlic, but I'm not using fresh garlic because I didn't have any. So if you don't have fresh garlic, don't worry about it. You can use a minced garlic. It works just as fine. We're looking for the flavor as well. And then I'm gonna add some ginger. Same with my Scotch bonnet. When it comes to adding ginger, sometimes I have too much and I can't use it and it goes bad. So I keep my ginger in the freezer. And then when I need some, I just take it and I grate it into the dish. Ooh, that's onion. Oh, that is definitely onion, good God. We're gonna add some scallion as well. When I'm using scallion, I like to peel the outer layers off just to make sure that I do get it clean, because sometimes you can get debris that's caught up in those layers. So when you're cooking with this, making sure it's clean. Whether you use scallion and onion can be optional because they both give you an oniony flavor. However, I like both because I find that the flavor is still a little different and I want my saltfish to have all of those notes. All right, y'all, so you're probably wondering, how are we gonna get this to taste like saltfish? Well, we're using hearts of palm and of course, all of our seasoning and flavoring. But to get that fishy flavor, that sea taste, this is what we're gonna be using. So this is seaweed, just nori sheets. And what I like to do is I like to take the seaweed and make it into a powder. And when you make it into a powder, just like any other seasoning, it adds that fish flavor, that sea flavor to the dish. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm using a coffee grinder, but I don't drink coffee. I only use this to blend my spices. So this is my spice grinder, essentially. I'm gonna add my seaweed into this, my nori sheets. It's gonna grind it into a powder, and we're gonna use that to flavor our saltfish. All right, let's look and see. Still gotta do some more. All right, y'all, so the star of the show is the hearts of palm. As you know, the hearts of palm is going to stand in for our saltfish. Now, this gives the texture and the look of saltfish. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out the can. It's usually in a can or a jar, and it's gonna be in a briny liquid. So when you get it, you wanna drain it. Now the brine already has salt in it, so it has a bit of a salty flavor, almost like saltfish. So we're gonna drain this, we're gonna rinse it, and then we're gonna put it in a food processor so that we can get that shredded texture like saltfish, and then we'll get to cooking. So when you ever play with this, it breaks apart really easily. And as you see, it has these layers inside of it. Now the layers inside are the softest. And look, it just shreds just like that so easily. These layers are a little more, we'll say fibrous and dense. So I like to use the food processor because it breaks them down easier. All right. Now this looks like a texture we're looking for. We don't want it too fine and we don't want it too large, but now you can see the texture is similar to that of saltfish. So y'all, because you're pulsing it, you might find that sometimes you get some big chunks like this. In that case, don't pulse anymore, because if the majority of your saltfish is looking like saltfish, then if you run the risk of pulsing it again to get these larger chunks, then it can get to be a mush. So instead, just take any large chunks that you see and just give them a dice. All right, so once you have your ingredients prepped, you can start adding it to the pan. Now understand, every single Caribbean country has their own way of making saltfish. So for me, I just kind of go with a vibe and do what I feel. And I know that I like the flavors of the peppers, the tomatoes, the thyme, the ginger, the garlic, the scotch bonnet, the onion. So I add all mine in here, but of course in different phases, in different amounts, in different steps. Now, some of you are wondering about measurements. I know, because y'all ask me all the time. But remember, this is the Mindful Plate. And at the Mindful Plate, measurements are nothing but a guide. We want you to learn to follow your own intuitive senses when it comes to cooking. And I just kind of want to brown these first, and then I'm going to add the peppers. That smells so good. Now I'm gonna add my tomato, scotch bonnet. I'm gonna grate a little bit of ginger into here, and we're gonna add some garlic. Now the goal is not to cook this until, you know, it's all cooked out. You're just adding flavor, because remember, the saltfish, or the, the hearts of palm, doesn't really have a lot of flavor. So you'll know because you can smell it. And you wanna soften the vegetables a little bit so that they're palatable, but you're not trying to cook them down and out. Now we're gonna add our saltfish to this. Just mix that around, kind of get that incorporated. And lastly, start adding the seaweed. Now it's time to taste test. This is the part of mindful cooking where, again, you're not focused on the exact measurements and recipes, you're focused on what your taste buds tell you. So I'm gonna give it a taste and see if it needs anything, whether it needs more of my seaweed for that sea flavor, perhaps more scotch bonnet, more heat, although I doubt it. Yes. You know what it wants though? It wants salt. Wow. Wow. Woo! I love it. That scotch bonnet hits right here. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, this is so perfect. So we're getting a new fork. I'm gonna try this again, see if that was the right amount of salt. What does it want? It wants something else, more salt. Nice. So at this point, what I'm doing is, because remember that saltfish has been sitting in brine, so it can be a little moist and wet even when you food process it. So I like to kind of sweat it out a little bit because, as you know, of traditional saltfish, it is more on the drier side. So to get that drier texture, you just kind of want to let it cook, let the heat, let that liquid evaporate, and over time what you end up getting is that more saltfish texture. All right, you guys, so here is our saltfish. I am always amazed at how hearts of palm just comes so close to the texture. It looks just like the real thing. So I'm gonna give it a taste. Yep, yes, it hits. It hits. Listen, you can eat this with ackee, eat this with plantain, you can eat it with kalaloo, you can eat it with crackers, eat it by itself. It's so good. You could stuff it in something, wrap it up in a tortilla, whatever you want to do. But here is the saltfish. And if you have your favorite recipe already, just use your recipe and substitute the saltfish for hearts of palm, just the way I showed you. All right, you guys, until next time, you've been watching The Mindful Plate. If you like the video, like it, send it to someone else who you know who needs this recipe, and I will see you next time. Take care, y'all.